Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's your girl D Eyes. I am here to update you on the Jacob Blake shooting in Wisconsin. It was confirmed by the attorney that he is paralyzed from the waist down, but they're hoping that it's not something permanent. Um, One of the things I want to talk about that drew me to make the video was the protesters destroying all of the businesses and vehicles in Wisconsin by the courthouse and everything. It's not necessary. Like, you destroying property is not going to get any more justice for this man. They're doing the investigation. They will find out, exactly what happened. But protesting and destroying, okay, yes, fine. Protest. Nothing wrong with that. But do it peacefully. The uncle even said that he wants justice, but he wants to do this without destroying communities. Okay. So, he's all for like the justice and everything like that, and doesn't mind the protesting, but he wants it done peacefully. Protesting doesn't get the justice. It gets the attention from people, but it's not going to bring anything back. If something does end up happening to him, it's not going to bring him back because you protested. It's not going to be in his favor or the family's favor anymore just because you do destructive things. There's other ways of getting your point across. Like I said, make a video. I make my videos. I get a point across to somebody. It might not be what they like to hear, but it's a point that I made. Whether people agree with it or don't agree with it, that's on them. So protesting, it doesn't get the justice, but it gets attention. So peacefully doing it, there's nothing wrong with that. Another topic was, do I think the police officers should be fired? Yes. Yeah, I really do, because him being professional and being trained, he should have known to use an alternative force unless he had no choice. They were saying that, they were thinking that Blake was going to the car to get a weapon. There's no proof that there was any weapon in the car. He did have 3 young children in the car, so maybe they were screaming and crying. And maybe he had said to the officers, hey, my kids are in the car, I gotta go check on them. So that can come into play also. But do I think that they should be fired? Yes, because they are trained to handle situations like this professionally. So, like I was telling somebody else that, all of the officers have multiple weapons. Okay, they have a billy club, they have the taser, and they have their gun. Could he have used the taser? Should he have used the taser? Yes, like I said in my other video. As soon as you've seen that man walk away, regardless what the conversation was, because nobody knows unless we were there. So regardless of what was said, he could have tased him and it would have ended it right there. When you get tased, you drop to the ground, okay? And then they could have restrained him. Another thing is that they're going to bring up in court was 7 shots excessive or necessary? To me, it was excessive. Because depending, there's going to be so much that comes into play in the court, because his back was turned, so it's not self-defense. He didn't actually do anything. All he did was, as soon as he opened his door, the officer started shooting. Could he have thought that he was going to get a gun? Yes, he could have, but again, they're trained for this. Okay, so to me, 7 shots is very, very excessive. unless you're actually in a shootout with the person and they're shooting at you. Then if you have to use multiple rounds, okay, by all means. You know, this all goes back to the beginning of Trey57, his video that said, why did he go to the car in the first place? You're right. You're right. He should have stopped right then and there. But I can't even say but. My opinion is yes, he should have just stopped right then and there. You know, a lot comes into play with that. Like I said, you have to actually be there to see exactly what happened. Yes, he should have just put his hands up and just said, you know, whatever. You know, not say whatever, but just let them do whatever they needed to do. You know, so yes, yeah, he should have. He should have. And if his fiance was there, and like Trey57 said in his video, that she could have said, stop, don't move. Let them do what they need to do, you know, and then go from there. She did let them know that the kids were in the car, so who knows if she was saying that and he was like, well, my kids are in the car, I gotta go see them, or, you know, could have been a baby, a younger child or whatever, so she had to, you know, let them know that. Another thing that bothered me was that LeBron James, okay, had the nerve to comment that black people in America are scared. Black people in America are not scared, okay? By any means. Why would they be scared? You know, if anything, people in America should be scared, you know, of our government, of the way things are. It's not a race thing. It's not, in this situation, you know, that's exactly what the protesters and the people are thinking, that it's a race thing. It's not. It's a cop person thing. You know, would it have been any different, and I'm asking you guys, would it have been any different if it was a black cop that killed him or shot him? What if it was a black cop and a white person and they got shot? You know, would it be justified for us as white people, not me specifically, but as white people, would it be justified for white people to go protest and destroy things? You know, so it's not a race thing. It's a situation that happened that needs to be handled, and they're going to investigate. They're going to have court. You know, whatever comes out of it, you know, that's what it is. But yes, I think the cop should be fired. You know, I don't think that any cop that does anything wrong and they see the video of what happened should be paid. Okay, because right now the cop is placed on administrative leave. Okay, so no, he should not be paid while the investigation is going on, because he was involved in something. Okay, so no, he shouldn't be paid. You know, in the one video that I had watched, it said that body cams were in the budget, but were not bought. Why not? I think, in all honesty, I think that every single city should have body cameras. That should be your first priority as a budget, not fixing your police cars and making them look all pretty and enforced and shit like that. No. It should be protecting people and officers. Like I said, again, people and officers. Because then things like this would never happen. You know, I mean, it still could happen, my fault, but the investigation would be so much smoother and so much easier. You know, again, like I said, it all could have been avoided. For one, like Trey57 said, if he would have just stopped to put his hands up. And two, the situation that did happen, him walking away, they could have tased him. Tase will put you down like that. Instead of just following him to his car, and as soon as he opens up the door, you just automatically, he has a gun, so let me shoot him. Why? Not necessarily true that he had a gun. Yes, it could have been possible, but are you 100% sure that he had a gun in the car, that you had to shoot him in his back multiple times? Okay? A lot of people say that. Put your hands up, shut the fuck up. We all don't know the personal situation. Yes, he should have, but we don't know the personal situation, so it's about the storm. So I'm going to end this video because I don't want to be caught in the rain. But I appreciate you guys all tuning into my channel, and I need you guys right now to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I know I'm doing this and it should have been like, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, comment, and let me know what you think. Give me an update on what you guys think should happen and who you think was wrong, and what you think should be done. I love you guys always. Thank you for watching my video.
So he may have been sitting, he may have been squatting. If you back up just a few frames, let's see, he kind of just pops up. He may have been leaning against the back of the car, who knows. But he's on the other side of the vehicle and he pops up right there. At that point in time, I think there are 4 cops that are right there following him. Yep, see those 4 heads? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's walking around, there's 4 cops. One of them has their gun out. It looks like this guy looks like he's, we can't really see what he's doing. But there are 4 of them, 2 of them are running around. The other 2 are just standing there. They have not moved at all. So okay, there they are. They're actually coming around the other side, but we do not see them. They're not even close in the frame. Who knows where they went? They're off on over here somewhere. This cop is trying to grab him and stop him. We don't really see much of a sense of them trying to do anything other than pull their gun.